Good Monday morning to you all. Hope you had a great weekend. What a fabulous weekend it was here in Orange County. 80 something degrees, beautiful blue skies. The ocean was wonderful, but it's getting a little warmer just as I got excited about it cooling off. But anyway, so I have a special guest coming over tomorrow, and her name is Mary. So I'm making a special quiche today, and I'm going to teach you how to make it. And it's a crab quiche. And the crab quiche has a crust, of course, as usual. Basically, a quiche is an omelet in a crust. So as usual, we're doing a pâte brisée, or you can find it in the frozen section of Trader Joe's. They come in a pack of 2. And I'm gonna pick up the pan that I need to bake my quiche in. I'm gonna smear some softened butter all around the bottom and the sides. Then I'm gonna put some flour and kind of swirl it all around that way so the pie crust does not stick to the bottom. And like I mentioned before, the pie crust is made of, a basic pâte brisée pie crust is made of 1 cup of flour, 1 stick of butter. You put them in a blender and you have a cup of iced water next to you. And as they get blended, the flour and the cold butter, you cut them in slices. As they get blended, you start adding slowly the iced water to the mix until it forms a nice ball. Then you throw it on a floured board like that one here, and you start rolling it out. You put flour on the rolling pin, flour on the board, and you roll it out. Today I opted to get a ready one from Trader Joe. They work just as well. And I'm gonna trim the edges like such. So quiche, of course, comes from France, and you can do so many things with that. Today we're doing a crab quiche. So once the pastry is already in the pan, I have sauteed some chopped green peppers, chopped red peppers, and chopped green onions. I sauteed it in some olive oil. So I'm gonna take it now and drain it off the oil, put it at the base of the quiche pastry. And I also chopped some fresh cilantro. So it's gonna be wonderful tasty and wonderful fragrance and aromas of the peppers, the onion, and cilantro. Make sure you pick up these stalks that didn't get chopped up. Mix it together. Throw it all at the bottom of the pan. I like to use chicken of the sea crab, and it comes in a 1-pound container. I get it at Costco, and it's already flaked. So you just take some around like that, as much as you want. You don't have to use the entire 1 pound, of course, because that's too much for this quiche. You can make several quiches, or you can save the crab for a nice, cool crab salad, or throw it in an omelet. Or hey, there's another idea, in a crepe, a seafood crepe. Maybe I'll do that next time. So basically, you get your crab meat, your chopped onions. You can use red, green, white, yellow onions, whatever you like. Some chopped peppers, kind of mix them together nicely like such. And today I'm using 3 different kinds of cheeses. This here is shredded mozzarella, shredded cheddar, and I think I want to put a little bit of feta to give it that nice tangy taste. Always adds a lot. Feta cheese always adds a lot to the mix. Crumble it up. While I'm listening to some French music in the background, a friend gave me last year before my trip to Paris. She surprised me on my birthday and gave me a Paris CD, which is wonderful in the background as I'm cooking a French dish. Anyway, you're gonna start sprinkling your 3 cheeses, and by the way, you can use any kind of cheese. It could be a smoked Gouda, Gruyere, Swiss, whatever you have in the house, whatever you feel like. And put all the cheese on top of it, the vegetables and the crab. And now we're gonna make the cream mix that goes on it. I got 3 eggs, and I'm adding a cup of heavy cream. Always gives it a wonderful, rich, smooth topping. Mix it really well until all the egg yolks are all broken in. I'm gonna add a little bit, I'm not usually used to doing that, but I'm gonna add a little bit, a few drops of Tabasco, just to give it a nice little zing. Some salt and pepper, of course. I like to use Himalayan pink salt. It's very healthy, no chemicals in it. And some organic Italian seasoning, or any other kind of seasoning you like. I'm going to throw that in. And mix it all nicely together. Meantime, you got your oven on 350 degrees. I know it's a hot day today to put the oven on, but I didn't expect that. So I'm going to actually get my quiche ready and cover it in plastic wrap today, put it in the fridge. So before my friend comes over, about an hour or so, I'm gonna throw it in the oven. That way when she arrives, it's all nice and hot and fresh right out of the oven. So we're gonna throw the mix on top of the cheeses, the crab, the peppers, the onion, everything that we threw in earlier. Make sure all the cream has penetrated all the other sides like such. And voila! Tomorrow it'll be ready to be thrown at a 350 degrees oven for about 45 minutes to an hour until you insert a sharp object as a knife or a stick like that, or a skewer, whatever you want to use. And when it comes out dry, not wet as such, then it's made, it's done. And it gets a nice little puff on top, a nice brown puff. And take it out, put it on the table. Just wait for about 5 to 10 minutes until it sets, and then you start slicing it. And we will show you what it looks like tomorrow when it's baked. Ta-da! Crab quiche for dinner tonight with a side of Greek salad. Delightful.